Although we will have one more battle before we exit the area. And that will be against a regular wolf. Clock! Blah! What the hell? Thank you. You have saved me. I fear I have taken one too many blows to the head. Next I'll be hearing hamster speak. Thank you. Yes, that was just what I needed in my hour of need. You laugh it up while I learn to cope with passing eggs. No, I refuse to let this conversation go a step further. If it should get around that I spend my days speaking with livestock, I should be the laughingstock of Baldur's Gate. I'm sorry. He thinks I'll go find another wolf. Thank you for your concern. And that doesn't end the quest.
Yes.
This is a chicken named Melicamp. What now, I wonder? Have you come to pester Jester once again, or can I count on some simple charity? My apologies, good, chicken. What has caused your current accursed state? Think the mother of all magic. Mayhaps now I might end this nightmare. I am Melicamp of Baragos, a mage adept in the mystical arts. A misread incantation seems to be the source of my troubling form. It has been over a month since I uttered a polymorph spell, and I simply cannot return to my normal form. I have a passing knowledge of magery. Can you not dispel this foul condition? I would, but this spell is beyond my I exhausted my memorized spells earlier, and now I cannot access my spellbook. Have you a member of your party the ability to cast such a spell? Perhaps, but what shall be our reward? It would seem such a spell would be worth much to you at this particular time, especially. Reward? Forgive me, but I seem to have left my purse in my outer robe. Free me and I shall give you what gold I have. Tis a meager amount, but this yours. Then we shall have you restored post haste, wholesale while the casting is done. It didn't work. Bother and blast, your skill is no better than my, rather I fear that you have not the ability to release my enchantment. My only recourse now is to find my master. Would you take me to the tower near Baragos? Tis there we will fight Palantir. He might help, should be able to deal with this. Then to his abode we shall go. I will escort you.
I can carry no more.
And will that
your item is on the ground.
With that he will jump in our backpack. And that is Melicamp the chicken. Chicken are flightless, domesticated birds, valued not only for their tender meat, but also for their eggs, a daily morning delicacy in many farms and cities throughout the Sword Coast region. And this is no ordinary chicken, but this is actually a mage who accidentally polymorphed himself into a chicken and is now unable to go back to his normal form. And we're supposed to find Palantir in the High Hedge area, which we've very briefly visited at the start of the game, just to go find Savannah. And so that will be also our next destination. So let's save. Rest.
Yes.
And go there. Well, there we go. I'll save again.
What do you want?
Because you can never save too much in this game. And this is a very dangerous area.
Sure.
Where we won't be able to kill everything that there is to kill.
What?
So we'll have to do this in 2 passes. Once now at low level,
Out with it.
and once later in the game
If you wish.
when we're at a higher level. For now we'll take on the monsters we can kill, such as these gnolls.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, dear.
What?
For the love of money.
Missed. Yeah, yeah.
Lightning damage. Yep, that's my new hammer. It actually does 1 lightning damage on every hit.
I'll do anything.
So now I have a fancy new animation when I hit, which is awesome. And I also have a Thaco of 11, which is awesome
Yes.
as well.
What?
There we go. Imagine trying to see that in the original Baldur's Gate where you didn't have the tab key to highlight everything. Like behind trees like that. It's already hard with the Throne of Ball engine, but in the original Baldur's Gate engine, oh my
It is
god.
done.
And there we go. So, yep, we'll head for the estate of the Mage Thalantir, who doesn't appreciate visitors, by the way. There it is. And there are some veteran gnolls here. Well, actually 1. And a gnoll slasher is slightly tougher than a regular gnoll, I believe. Yep, 65 XP for that.
Go past all right.
And it is here that we find Purdue's short sword, so this was one of our quests in Varagast.
As I thought.
And that's one more thing we'll be able to complete once we get there. Can I save? Thank you. I like to save only to stop the battle music because it tends to go on and on for no reason. Now let's enter Thalantir's estate. This is a very
Yes,
nice
simple.
place. There's this giant rotating crystal around what appears like a representation of the 4 elements: water, air, fire, and earth. This is actually the first time I thought of that. And some lightning going around these pedestals. And this is a Mage Thalantir who will probably not be too happy to see us.
I be Thalantir, a mighty mage of Varagast.
I don't have much patience for strangers on my property. Do us both a favor and move along, unless of course you have magic for sale. From the looks of you, you don't look as if you could afford the items I have for sale. And you actually have to talk to him a second time.
Why do I live in such a pissant town?
I sincerely hope you have some reason for bothering me. I've already stated that I wish you to leave. Well, it's rather amusing actually. You see, I happened to rescue this, talking chicken. Chickens do not talk, so quite obviously it is a polymorphed being of some kind. Spells such as that wear off in time or can be dispelled. 'Tis a simple matter and one not worth the waste of my day. Keep moving. Well, we'll not be too rude with him because we do want to solve the quest. I am quite aware of the mute status of chickens, thank you very much. Yes, this is a transformed man, but it is also a man who claims to be your apprentice. That is why I brought him here. Apprentice? I have no apprentices. I teach no one about what I... Wait, Melicamp? Melicamp, is that you? Yes, Master Thalantir, it is I am no master to you, and you are no apprentice. What gall you have to expect help from me? He is not your student, but you do know him, do you not? A student wishes to learn, while this fool wishes only to have knowledge. I will tutor no one who does not understand the ramifications of what I have to teach. Not getting the quick gratification he wished, he instead chose to steal from me. You speak of so much, but show so little. I only wish to learn a fraction of the power you possess. It has taken me some 50-odd years of life to gain the power I wield, and the will not to use it. You are but a baby in comparison. Frankly, I'm surprised you changed into such an old chicken. How did you manage that, by the by? You were modeling the simplest cantrip when last I observed you. I have progressed much since then, and I borrowed a few items to speed the process. As I thought. Well, it's obvious you can steal my tools, but not my understanding of them. Hold still while I dispel this foolish facade. Facade. Can't very well get my property back while it's polymorphed into... Why, wait a moment. I did not possess any item that allowed the casting of that enchantment. Wait. Oh dear. Melicamp, listen very carefully. What did you take? Nothing too valuable, I swear. Just some clock components, a few scrolls, a beat of pair of bracers, a blank spellbook, some parchment. A pair of... Oh no. You little fool. The bracers in my locked and trapped safe. I certainly hope you can develop a taste for chicken feed because you are going to be stuck the way you are for a very long time. I know I stole from you, but you can't leave me like this. Please, Master Talentier. Please, Cluck. It is not a matter of whether I wish to help or not, simply that I do not have the power to undo what you have done. Is there nothing that can be done? I'm willing to help however I can. If you are willing, then I will do what must be done. We will need a component that I do not have on hand. It will be your job to get it. I will require the head of an undead creature, and a simple skeleton skull will do. Bring it back here, and I will try to bend a few magical rules to reincarnate this foolish boy. Reincarnate? Does the dead spell not require a clock, the recipient to be dead? There must be a dead element, yes. That is what the skull is for. I cannot fully explain what I am to try, but it's something of a reversal on the reincarnation scheme. The age of the enchantment that changed you may allow for a loophole in the laws of magic. Of course, it may just kill us both in the casting. Such is life. Off you go to some dungeon or another. Return with the skull. Go. I love how cold and to the point he is. Well, we might just die both, but such is life. Now go. Awesome.